G'day, g'day.
Hello, welcome back.
Welcome back. It's been a minute
It's been,
since we've been since our last episode together. I think
it's been a while.
it's almost a month or so.
Yeah, I reckon. Yeah.
And what was the last thing we spoke about?
I think the last thing we covered off was my 6 weeks checkup and our
traveling.
trip. Yeah.
When we got back, little bits happened since then.
A lot has happened since then.
Better fill everyone in.
Yeah.
Better stay tuned. It's a good one.
Yeah.
It's a fair bit that's happened. Where do we even start? What's happened since, I guess?
You've gone back to work?
Oh, yeah. That's fun. It's been all right. Going back to work.
Has been weird.
A little bit.
Like, because I'm still home.
Yeah. Well, work's been really good. I understand, like, I'll be working from home, like, a fair bit. I've, like, cut back my hours in the office. Obviously, to stay back with yourself until you get back into
it.
Yeah, get back into the swing of things and back to work, which is really good. Like,
we're very blessed. We have really good workplaces.
Yeah, good team, good workplaces, good supervisors, I guess. So
yeah, I also went back to work. Not to work, but I went for a Christmas party. Yeah,
you did too.
Yeah, that was really emotional driving there. Just because I always imagined going to the work Christmas breakup with Leon and that being my first, being like, look at my baby.
Yeah.
And like, really excited to show him off to my work family. But yeah, getting ready and like driving there, I was just thinking about what I had originally thought it would be.
Yeah. You write like their lives in your head. Like you play it all before it's ever happened.
I feel like the moment you find out you're pregnant, you have pictured this whole different life with them.
Sometimes even before.
Yeah.
So
yeah, true. Before.
So you get like 9 months of how you picture it's all going to plan out.
Yeah. Or even like before you even start trying, you're like, oh, when I have a baby, this is going to happen kind of thing.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah, it is.
So it's a bit.
So that was really emotional.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember walking back to the car and like I bumped into someone that's not in my direct team and he was like, how are you? How's the baby?
Yeah.
I was like, unfortunately.
Yeah.
He passed away.
You have to get into it.
Yeah.
With everyone. And
it's so awkward.
And you feel bad because they're coming from a good place too.
Yeah, and their face drops and you're trying to be like, it's okay. But like, it's not okay. But to comfort them.
Yeah.
Because they obviously feel bad for asking or whatever. But we like talking about him, so I don't think I'm happy when people mention him.
Can get like that.
Are you happy when they mention? Yeah.
But I think some people, it's hard for them to navigate it though.
Yes.
So.
Even like some people that are close to us still haven't seen photos of him. So, yeah, it's hard for them to, I don't know, come to terms with. I don't know.
You find that as well because no one, like, we haven't really shared a lot of him on social media. Like,
yeah.
So when people do see how, like,
precious.
See him, it's like, no, that's actually
a baby.
Yeah.
I think it makes it way more real when they see his face. And they see how cute he is and
it's
he
peaceful,
looks like his dad.
You reckon?
Yeah. No, he's just the perfect baby. Perfect baby. But yeah, I think that really, it makes it more real for them that we have a son. I think that makes it real when they see a photo of him. But some people don't want to see a photo and
it's easier for them.
Yeah.
Like,
everyone deals different.
For them, yeah.
But yeah, so going back to work for me was actually quite nice. Like because people were just talking to me normally and they acknowledged him, which I was really hoping they would. So people like gave me kind eyes and like hugs and you know, they acknowledged it. But at the same time, I was like, what's the work costs? What's been happening? You know, like you feel a little bit normal.
Yeah, that's it.
Do you feel the same
Yeah.
when like the work banter comes?
Like it's funny as well because you'll get like the oldies at work that are still a bit old school.
Yeah.
And then like they'll give you some comments and you're like, yeah, that's all right. Like you just bypass, like you brush it off. Like, yeah.
Or like, you'll have another one. It's fine.
Yeah, you know they mean well.
Yeah. They mean so well, but I think they don't realize like,
yeah,
they don't realize
it's not.
he was a full baby. Like,
but like, yeah. Because I think that's just how it was dealt with back in the day with, I guess that generation.
Yeah, even like miscarriages, I feel like they're just like, don't worry,
yeah,
go again. It's like, no. Let them grieve their loss.
Yeah, everyone's different as well.
Yeah.
Like, the thing is, no blueprint of how it's done, how it should be.
Definitely not. Everyone just needs to do what's right for them at that time.
Yeah.
Yeah. But work has been good for you. I feel like the distraction's been good.
Has its moments. It does keep my mind busy, which is handy.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it can get hard, but...
Of course, yeah.
It's all right.
You're doing amazing.
You reckon? You've been checking?
Yeah, I actually log into your laptop and I check. Yeah.
That's cheeky.
What else has been happening? So you went back to work?
Yeah, then I guess... So I went back to work probably a week before Christmas in December.
Oh, yeah.
And then I guess a fair bit happened around that chunk of time.
So the 20th of December was a normal morning. And I randomly woke up wanting to walk to my grandmother's house, my nonna. And I went for a walk there.
You took Pharaoh as well?
Yeah, I took my dog, took Pharaoh. We went for a nice walk and she doesn't like dogs. And anyways, when she saw him, she was so happy. She actually pushed her trolley out of the way and walked to the door and said, "What a beautiful dog" in Italian. And then it was like a bit warm. It was maybe like 24, 25 degrees. And she's like, "Tell him to come inside. It's too hot." And I'm like, "No, Nonna, he's fine outside." And she was just happy, laughing, full of life. Sat with them for a while, went off and did my own thing. And then around 11:30 at night, me and Ange get into bed. And every night we start debriefing, especially if we're like away from each other through the day. Yeah. And I'm telling Ange about my day. And as I'm getting to the sentence of how Nonna was like actually really excited with Pharaoh.
This would have been about what?
11:30? Yeah, it was late.
Oh, yeah, sorry, yeah. It was a late night.
Yeah. I picked up my mum was calling me and my mum doesn't call me at that time. And I said something's wrong and I picked up and I said, "Hey mum, what's up?" And she's like, "Nonna's dead." And I was like, "What?" And I remember saying, "Are you joking?" She goes, "Why would I joke?" And I was like, because it just shocked me. Yeah. Because my Nonna, although she had a bit of health issues, she was fine. She was in good spirits, good health, thank God. So she told me that she passed and I didn't want my sister to find out over the phone because she's heavily pregnant. And she was really close with Nonna. So
You're really close as in she was her favourite?
Yeah. Nadi was Nonna's favourite. Everyone knows it. So I went over and then as soon as I got there, Nadi just looked at me and she goes, "Who died?" She just knew. And I said, Nonna passed away. And it was a shock because no one expected Nonna. Although she was 88 years old, like she was in good health, so it just came out of nowhere. And then Nadia said, "Oh, she didn't get to meet my son." And then I started tearing up and I said, "Well, she's with mine now." And for some reason, it gave me a lot of comfort knowing that, Leon has someone else to take care of him up there. Yeah. Not that he needs taking care of.
Yeah, he's taking care of them.
Yeah. But, as a mum, you want your baby to be okay. So that was emotional to think of it like that. But I view death so, so differently now.
Yeah.
So when Nonna passed, I couldn't get really, really sad because all I kept thinking of was what a beautiful life she had, how many kids she welcomed into the world, how many grandkids, great grandkids.
So yeah, it ends up going from something that's really sad in a sense when you end up that you're grieving, and then you start celebrating it. So you start seeing their life like you're happy that they got to live that life. They got that extent of life.
And Nonna didn't suffer. Like I'm sure it was painful in the time, but it was a very quick heart attack.
It all happened very quick.
It all happened super, super quick. And I hope pain-free and peaceful for her. And she looked, how good did she look? Like we went there straight away that night and we saw her at home before they took her body. And she looked so peaceful.
Very peaceful.
It was like as if she was smiling. So, that was a real big shock to the whole family. But I'm just really grateful that Nonna didn't suffer a long time or anything like that. I think I'm just, like I said, I view death very differently. She had a beautiful life. It makes it harder though for me to think like Leon didn't get to live.
Yeah.
Like I see it, but at the same time, God had another plan for him and he's in a better place than us, that's for sure.
It's very true.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy how quick something like your perspective on everything just flips.
Yeah, 180. Yeah. Because 2 years, it's nearly 2 years since my grandfather passed away. And
on your other side?
Yeah, on my other side. So my dad's dad. And that was that was my first ever loss.
So first time you've lost someone close to you, someone that you've grown up with, someone that you've known.
Someone that I've known, really. And it was probably one of the greatest losses in the sense I was really, really close to my grandfather.
You were his favourite.
They all have one. So for me, losing Dada was really, really hard, like my grandfather. But then after Leon, I feel like if they've had a good life and, they didn't go with pain, I can find comfort in them being in heaven.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the thing as well. Like you said, he got to see it all, got to do it all as well. Like he was in his 90s.
Yeah, 92.
Yep. Had children, grandchildren, great grandchildren.
Yeah.
Like
you can't ask for more than that.
Yeah.
That's like an incredible life.
Yeah. He was such like great man as well. Like everyone loved him.
Yeah.
Ah, it's good.
So like that was heavy because Nonna passed on the 20th and her funeral was on the 27th. So we had Christmas in the middle. Yeah. But it's in the 25th. So we're Orthodox. So we celebrate the 7th.
Yep. 7th of January.
7th of January. But my mum's side is Catholic. So the 25th for them of December.
Between your grandmother passing away and the December Christmas, there was obviously a lot of organising that went through. And then you being you ended up...
I actually hate this about me.
Yeah.
I genuinely hate it.
Yeah, you ended up having like...
I ended up helping to organise the funeral because one, I've had experience and I kind of know what to do now, which is horrible to say, but it's the truth. And two, Nadi was heavily pregnant and I needed to make sure that she was at
because I think first did someone else try to organise it? And
we were all trying, but it was all over the place.
Yeah, that's the thing. And then what they were getting back was as soon as they could do it was the 3rd of January.
Yeah, all of the funeral directors, sorry, there's a fly. All of the funeral directors were saying it's impossible to bury her before the 2nd or the 3rd of Jan. And it was the 20th of December. And I'm like, I understand the public holidays, but like her body needs to be at rest before then. That's not fair. There's no way like she can go unrested. Like, so I ended up calling the church separately, put an alternative booking for the 27th, and then called the cemetery and said, do you have a spot available on the 27th? And they said they did. So those two places are the main places you need booked, right? So I made sure they had my name down, and then what we had to do was find a funeral home that would actually take us on and transport. And then when we found the funeral home, they were like, we have no time to organise flowers and the booklets. And we're like, okay, that's fine.
It's the least of our worries.
I was like, flowers is easy. We've got a really good florist that we go to. If you remember their name. Do you remember the name?
We'll plug them in the
description.
description.
Because they're actually the greatest. Went to the florist, organised it. It's our friend's florist.
Yeah, it's their family.
Yeah, their family business.
I don't think I've ever looked at the name. I've just gone.
No, I've just literally gone because I know them so well. Yeah. I don't know the actual name of it though. And the booklets, we did the generic booklets, and then one of my cousins made a beautiful bookmark. And I thought that was so smart. Like, put the bookmark in the booklets, and then it's like, yeah.
A bookmark for your booklet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways.
A booklet mark.
So that was like chaotic trying to plan all that. But we did it. And she had, so the 25th actually, leading up to Christmas, I didn't know how I was going to feel.
In what sense?
Like, I didn't know if I was going to be like fun, because I love Christmas and I love Easter. Anyways, I didn't know how I was going to feel when I woke up, and I just didn't want to get out of bed.
Yeah, that wasn't your day.
Yeah, I didn't attend the family Christmas because I didn't want to be around like loud noises. To be completely honest, I didn't want to be around anyone laughing because, again, I had picked out his outfit. I have his Christmas outfit. I expected us to take a photo like our first Christmas. I imagined it way differently.
Yeah.
So, and social media.
Around the holiday period.
Why all of a sudden, like, people I don't even know on my grid on Instagram, like when you're scrolling the random grid.
Oh, yeah.
My first Christmas. I'm so grateful for them and their, like, photos. But it was like God just wanted to play a trick on me that day.
Yeah. Have a laugh.
Yeah.
Just letting you know. It's always bright on. Like, there's bright times ahead.
Yeah.
One day.
That's a good way to look at
it.
Yeah. So after Christmas.
Yeah, it's just that whole holiday period. It's like that week and a half, 2 weeks where you've got the December Christmas and the January Christmas.
Yeah.
With both families where it's like you're at 10, like you're on edge.
Yeah.
The whole time.
Any comment, and you know what? The comments aren't even bad. Any comment, you're triggered.
Ready for them fisticuffs.
Yeah, really. No, it's just hard. But we got through it. And if you, I don't know, if you felt on edge on Christmas Day or New Year's, just know you weren't alone. And it's okay.
Happens to the best of us.
Yeah, just take time. And hopefully no one said any insensitive comments to you. And if they did, you know what? They probably didn't mean it. And when they left, they probably overthought it.
Yeah.
I always think like that because I've sometimes said dumb things before. And then later I'm like literally anxiety thinking about why did I say that? Like it just came out of my head. I don't even, you know. Do you get what I'm saying? Do you ever doubt what you say? Sometimes. No, you don't. No, you don't.
Why?
You love just being you. Not that it's a bad thing, but...
You just got to send it.
Yeah, I don't have it in me.
Just send and forget.
No, I can't forget.
Why?
Because I get really anxious about it. Because I never want to be perceived not the way that I'm trying to... Like, for example, if I'm saying something good, I don't want anyone to perceive it in a bad way.
Well, that's on them. That's their perception of it.
Yeah, like, but you don't want to ever hurt someone.
Well, it's like if there's a car outside it's blue and I go look at it and I say it's purple, that's my perception of it, but it's actually a blue car.
So is that wrong or right?
What's wrong?
You saying it's purple when
Well,
it's blue.
That's up to me. That's the way I see it.
You're confusing me.
Doesn't
mate.
change what the car is.
Yeah, I know, but from me, my heart, I want to know that
The car's not going to feel bad because I'm like thought it was the wrong color.
Yeah, okay. Do you get what I'm saying or not?
Yeah, I do.
Anyways.
Yeah. Anyway.
So the Christmas time, and this was the first New Year's we actually stayed in, other than COVID when we were like locked down.
Yeah, but so after the funeral though.
The funeral was
your nonna got COVID,
and so did my sister.
Nadia got COVID.
Yeah.
So we pretty much weren't really.
Well, yeah, we were isolating because we were like.
Were we isolating?
Not isolating. I'm a germaphobe, so I was like, oh no, I don't want COVID.
Yeah, I feel like there was another reason.
Yeah, we were making sure that Nadia.
Oh, that's right. So we planned out the New Year's because it's obviously Nadia's heavy pregnant. She wasn't supposed to go anywhere. Nadia, your mum.
Yeah, we're just having a small barbecue.
They were coming to ours.
Yeah.
And then obviously that night or whenever it was, didn't happen. So we just stayed home.
We actually had Josh and Google come though.
Oh yeah, they came past. Yeah, before like during the day.
Yeah.
And then left that night. That was nice.
Yeah, we made cookies.
Yeah.
With walnuts because you wanted bloody walnuts in it, and then it ruined the cookie.
It did not ruin the cookie. It made the cookie.
It did.
Who has the walnuts are made for cookies.
We should put a poll up.
Yeah, we'll do it.
Should chocolate chip
cookies, walnuts are supposed to be included?
No.
Yeah.
Anyways, the poll's going to go up.
Yeah.
Yeah, so New Year's, if you live in the north, you know you do not need to go to the city for fireworks. Yep. The north of Melbourne, I should say.
Northern suburbs.
Northern suburbs, yeah. Our whole streets were lit up, which were great.
Yep, so we got free fireworks shows. We were probably about 30 metres away from them going off.
Not even.
Yeah. Pulled the car up, backed it in, sat in the boot.
Yeah, that was really nice. That's where we did the countdown.
Yeah.
And then what else happened? We hosted our Christmas, Orthodox Christmas.
No, we went, but a couple of days after we went camping.
Oh, yes. I keep forgetting.
We camped one night.
Yeah, we went camping with our friends, hired a campsite in Rosebud, and they kindly invited us. And they've got 2 boys. One is 3 and one is 1 and a bit.
1.5, I'd say.
Yeah. And the oldest boy, he shares a birthday with our boy.
Yeah.
30th of September. And they're so cute.
Yeah, they're really cute boys.
And well behaved.
Yeah, it's cute to see how they like interact with each other and with their parents as well.
Yeah, yeah. We were on the beach and we were throwing the vortex to those strangers.
Yeah.
Like these random guys threw it to the boys, like so as in Ange.
Yeah. Me and like obviously their dad Damon, like my friend, we're on the beach and they're throwing their vortex around and we're like, you know what? I want to throw it. So you just start waving down some random kids and then
they throw it over.
Yeah, they were confident enough, so they threw it over and then we ended up being a part of their game.
It was so good.
Yeah.
But the cutest thing for me was the oldest son. He watched his dad like catch the vortex and then he threw the vortex and his son's mouth dropped and he was like, wow, daddy. And you could see like he was like a superhero for this boy. And it was the most wholesome thing that I had seen. And it just brought like my heart so much warmth.
He was so impressed with him.
And then later while we're walking back to the tent, I think Damon said, oh, like who's better, Daddy or Sid? And he goes, Daddy. And he was like so confused.
And I had an argument with him the whole way back.
Yeah.
It was me, wasn't it? He's like, no, Daddy.
He's like, no, Daddy. And he's like really like proud to say daddy.
Yeah.
And like that stuff just gives me so much joy and happiness. Like as hard as it can be for us, because that's what we wanted with Leon, you know, like that's what we were about to have. It also gives me a lot of hope and like a lot of appreciation for families that have that, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like it makes me very thankful to God because people do have that, and it, you know, one day hopefully we do get that. But it is hard.
Yeah.
Another thing that's been giving me hope, which has been really strange, is going to the cemetery.
Yeah, that's right.
I've been going there quite a bit. And I know you're a bit on the fence about coming to the cemetery as much as I go.
For me, it's not. I don't know. Like I don't mind.
You don't connect.
Yeah, I don't mind
much.
it. Like I'll go there. Like it's peaceful when I go.
Yeah.
But it's not like something like, oh, I miss him, I'm going to go there.
Yes.
Sort of thing. Where I feel like for you, you can like, it's almost like a safe space for you now.
Yeah, I feel like so before Leon passed, I didn't really, one, I kind of thought cemeteries were creepy. That sounds so bad now to say. And two, I just thought, okay, that's just their body, like their spirit is still alive, which I still believe in that, right? But for me, it's really grounding to know that because I'm getting further away from time of being one with my boy.
Having him,
like having him inside me, sitting there and like, because what I do is I bring a chair and I bring a journal, and it's just time that I just write to him and I just talk to him through journaling. And I just feel like I can really let go and just give him my full attention when I'm there. And it's not because like I feel him more there than what I do, you know, at home.
Yeah.
It's just I'm actively.
He's got a really a really nice spot as well.
Yeah.
Like
it's so calm.
Like it's easy accessible. You don't have to.
Yeah. Like we live really close.
Yeah. We're what? 15
minute drive.
15-minute drive. But like once you actually enter the cemetery, it's like 150 meters away, 200 meters.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just because where he is, it's like a little corner near a roundabout, and it's a section where the kids would be. Like, all little kids. So it's vibrant. It's like there's the decorations everywhere. There's like the way people have, I guess, dressed up where their kids are. It's really pretty.
It's nice how like everyone honors their child differently. Like there's you can see the little personalities or the little traits of that family. So I don't know if I told you this, but I went there with my mum and my dad, and randomly a mum came up to me, and it was a couple of days leading to the 25th.
Okay.
So before Christmas, the cemetery that week was packed.
Yeah, it would be a holiday period.
Like from the 23rd to like to New Year's Eve, packed, mate, full on. Anyways, so I was sitting there, and this mum, I didn't even notice her because we were looking the opposite way. And she came up to me and she goes, "Hi, how are you? Is this your baby?" And I said, "Yeah, this is my son." And she goes, "I'm really sorry for your loss." And I said, "Thank you." And then she looked behind her shoulder, and it was probably like 2 rows behind her, and she goes, "My daughter's resting there." And I said, "Oh, I'm really sorry to hear."
Yeah.
And then at the resting place where she pointed, she had an older son and a younger daughter and her husband. And she was like, "Oh, they're my kids." And a lot of families bring their children to the cemetery. Yeah. And she mentioned that the one that passed away was her second child. And then her daughter was, so her second daughter, her third child, was the baby after the one that she lost. And it's interesting, like we hear about these stories of people having babies, like successfully having babies after going through what we've gone through.
Yeah.
And it's comforting. But when you see it in person,
Yeah.
It's so nice.
Mm.
It's like the other day I was journaling and as I'm writing, I was saying, how would I ever feel okay getting pregnant and another baby being inside me?
You feel like it's Leon's home.
I really feel like it's Leon's home, and I don't want to upset him, or I don't want him to think I'm moving on or forgetting about him. It's so silly, but maybe it's mum guilt. I don't know what it is. But then I look up and I saw my someone I know standing, like a distant friend of mine standing at the grave, heavily pregnant, and she had a few days before delivering, and it's God, because I'm asking these questions and there's someone standing there pregnant,
about to give birth.
about to give birth. And then I asked her, like, how are you feeling? Did you feel like this? And she goes, I promise you, one day when you do want to start trying, you're honoring him by giving him a sibling.
Yeah.
And like hearing that perspective.
It's a very good way to like think
look at it. Yeah. Hearing that perspective like made me feel a lot calmer about the idea of potentially trying. But yeah, like it's just a lot to think about, a lot to go through.
Yeah.
Obviously all in God's timing as well. But yeah. Do you feel the same? It's more like honouring him?
Of course. Like it's always going to be hard. Like it's never going to be him.
Yeah, it's never going to be him, which is...
But then again, it's like you don't want... Like as much as you want it to be him, it's like you want your next child to be themselves.
Oh, 100%. You don't want them living in his shadow or anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird. I feel like even mums, like even when I speak to like a mum expecting their second, they're always really terrified of they don't think they're going to be able to love the second as much as they love the first, or they're feeling really guilty that they're going to have to put the first aside to give attention to the second. Like I was talking to my friend and she was feeling like that recently. And I was like, and you know, thank God it's all healthy, like pregnancies and stuff. And it's like interesting to hear, like I'm not the only one that thinks like that, even if my situation.
Yeah.
But yeah. You need to talk more. I've been talking too much.
No, you don't talk enough. What do you want to talk about?
How are you feeling?
Not bad, yourself?
Seriously.
I don't know, I feel all right. Some days harder than the other.
Yeah.
Some days better. It's much of the same. Just keep pushing forward.
What do you do when it gets hard though? What's some ways of coping?
I don't know.
You don't talk too much.
So to talk about, just keep moving.
We're so different. Like, do you find when you're more active working out, it's better?
Yes and no.
Okay.
I don't know. It's
bloody hell. It's like pulling teeth.
Pulling teeth.
Yeah, like trying to get conversation.
Yeah. No, I don't know really.
Yeah. So what's next for us? What's next for the pod?
The odd pay.
Yeah.
I don't know. We've had a fair bit of feedback, which has been good.
Yeah, we have. Actually.
What?
Not that I'm going to read it word for word, but I don't want to mess up what I say. But this one particular feedback really, really made me happy. So I want to not share the feedback, but share like kind of the feedback.
Yeah, you won't really need to say who or what, when.
So someone messaged me saying how much that they enjoyed our episodes, especially 6 and 5, which was Steph's episode and Josh's episode. And she also mentioned that episode 6 resonated with her as her son is 3 years old.
Episode 5.
What
Or
did I
Josh.
say?
6.
Oh, I meant to
Yeah.
say. Why'd you interrupt me?
Episode 5.
Okay. Sorry. Anyways, she said episode 5 resonated with her as her son is 3 and she suspects he may have ADHD. So that made me like that's incredible.
Yeah.
Where someone can like hear a podcast and be like, okay, that, you know, it connects with them somehow. And there's like obviously other DMs and messages around a lot of people opening up about miscarriages.
Yeah. It's crazy. It's like it's so common, but so
Unspoken.
yeah. It's so little spoken of.
Yeah. And there's some episodes coming up where it's not going to be heavily about parenthood or conceiving or anything
babies
like that.
or anything like that.
Because a lot of people have brought up different topics to us that are really interesting that they want to hear about.
Stuff that they go through that they probably feel alienated, but probably don't realize that so many other people are experiencing it as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I think there'll be some pretty interesting ones. But I think the more feedback we get, the better, I guess.
Yes,
just
please.
Even quality-wise, like things you'd like to see, things you'd like changed or...
And I must admit, we put it in the comments, but we didn't really say it. For anyone that might be watching us instead of just listening to us, our camera played up twice.
Yeah.
But we fixed that now.
Yeah, should be all sorted.
Yeah.
Blame the cameraman.
That's Ange.
It's you.
No, it's not.
You're the man behind the camera. Yeah.
But yeah, I might just really quickly touch on one thing before we leave. My sister's heavily pregnant and we have kind of been going back and forth of whether or not I want to be in the labour. So before anything happened with Leon, like when I was pregnant and she was pregnant at the same time, we said that I would be the one to go into labour with her because she loves me. She doesn't say it, but she loves me. And after obviously Leon and stuff happened, I had to really think about whether or not I wanted to, if it's going to be too much or if it's not going to be
Yeah, how are you going to deal with it? You don't know how you're going to react to being in that environment after everything you've done.
Seeing monitors, being in a hospital, the whole shebang.
It's not just that, but it's seeing a baby be born.
Yeah.
After
everything.
Yeah.
But I have decided to be there for her. Which hopefully in the next episode, that's me and you talking, I'll be able to share a bit more. Yeah. Or maybe Nadia wants to come on the pod and she can talk about her experience. But that's all I'm going to say is that after a lot of discussion, because I spoke to a lot of people about it and they were like, do what's best for you, but I don't think you should be there. But I think my personality, FOMO, because he's my nephew and I bloody love Zuzu already. But 2, that's my sister, man. And 3, I had a really good birth experience.
Yeah.
My angel really helped me out. So if I can help in that scenario, I think I will.
Yeah. It's hard. You never know how you react to things. Some things hit a bit different to others. You never know. It might be completely opposite. It might be healing. Might help you.
Maybe.
It might be really good for you.
Yeah.
To see it.
And have a good outcome.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah. Hopefully. God willing. But yeah, I know you were saying not to because you were obviously you're worried about me.
Yeah. I think that, and it's more for, I guess, I don't know. It's individuals as well. Like the way I picture it to maybe how them as a couple picture it, how they want it, is obviously different. Like there's no right or wrong way. At the end of the day, like as long as the baby's healthy, mum's healthy, it's not going to make a difference. Like in a week, you're going to be out of the hospital, you're going to be at home. It's not going to change.
Yeah. I think we were very different. We knew we just wanted each other. As in, like,
yeah,
we knew we weren't going to have a support person on top of just me and you. But I think we're very like that in life.
We can be a bit.
Yeah. Is that a bad thing?
No right or wrong way?
Yeah.
That's
Anyways, I reckon that's a wrap.
You reckon?
Yeah.
All right.
Thanks, guys. Please let us know what you want to hear from us.
Yeah.
Because we love getting DMs. By me.
You don't, is it just you?
Well, I tend to reply more, but you'll know if I reply. I put a lot of emojis.
Yeah. You'll know if I reply.
All right. See ya.
See ya.